Here we have a piece of sheet metal that's going to be cut and folded to make a box. So to do that, you're cutting out the corners. You cut X from each corner, which means this red rectangle is what's going to be left for the base of the box. It's going to have a width of, we started with 10 by 14, so this is going to be 14 minus x on both sides, so minus 2x. This one's going to be 10 minus 2x. So when we write out our volume, the base of the box is 14 minus 2x times 10 minus 2x, because we cut x from both sides, and then the height is going to be x. So that's length times width times height. It doesn't ask for it, but it's important to know that you can only cut halfway into this. The largest x can be, since we're cutting, this is only 10 across here, that's the shortest side there. You can only cut 5 from each side. If you cut 5 from each side, you no longer have a box. You have a smaller rectangle and a strip that you cut all the way off. And that would be no good. So x has to be smaller than 10, or smaller than half of 10. So x has to be smaller than 5. And it has to be bigger than 0. So that's kind of our domain. X is from 0 to 5. That's going to help us graph it. If the volume of the box has to be 80 cubic meters, what are all the dimensions? So we take this, we're going to set it equal to 80. It is easiest to do that on a calculator. So we'll type in this equation into our graphing calculator. 14 minus 2x. 10 minus 2x and x. We just talked about the domain, so let's set our window to that. Our domain, we said, should be from 0 to 5. Our range, we don't know exactly, but we know it's going to be more than 80. So we're talking volume, so 0 through at least 80. I don't know, let's try 120, see if that's enough. We barely see the top of it. If we couldn't see the top, we would just go a little bit further. Change it up to like 140 or something if you couldn't see the top, just in case. Or you could go zoom auto, and it will automatically adjust your Y values for you. If the volume of the box has to be 80, that means Y is 80. GSolve X calc when Y is 80. We're going to get two answers, this one and that. They're both kind of messy decimals. .754 and 3.365. Then the last part is using those values. We're plugging them into length, width, and height to get all the dimensions. 14 minus 2x and 10 minus 2x. At the moment, I left x at that 3.365 number. So if I just type x, that'll work. So I can do 14 minus 2x. And I can do 10 minus 2x. And then x would be the other one, 3.365. If you go back to your graph, you can either retype in the 0.754 or you can go back to your graph and get that answer back. If you leave it there, it'll be saved. So go back to your main graphing portion. Now x is saved as that 0.754. And again, you can do 14 minus 2x. $492. You can do 10 minus 2x. And then x. Those be your two sets of dimensions. If you multiplied those out, you should get 80, close to it, like 79 point something because we rounded, or 80 point something.